So why would you agree to a domestic violence protection order or a anti-harassment restraining order if you didn't do it? If you didn't commit domestic violence, abuse, stalking, or harassment, why would you agree to an order? A lot of you guys, I just talked to somebody today, a lot of you guys agree to orders because they'll say, oh, well, we'll take the kid off and you'll just be restrained from the mother. Well, in the vast majority of states, if there's a finding of domestic violence or stalking, that's grounds to not let you have the child unless it's paid supervision or something like that. In Washington, RCW 26.09.191, subsection 2A or 2B says, if you commit domestic violence or even inflict the harm or fear of harm or the fear of any kind of violence, or you live with somebody who has a history of that, they have to put restrictions on you. It's mandatory. There's other states that say the court has to, every state has some provision that they have to consider and look at the possibility of domestic violence. Why would you agree to a guilty verdict that's going to be used against you in your custody battle? Why would you agree to that stuff at all? You know, when my case was finalized, the guardian ad litem wanted to add a provision that said, oh, the father agrees to take domestic violence classes. She wanted me to sign up for it. She told me she wanted me to sign up for it. I did a whole video on this corrupt guardian ad litem, which is the type of stuff everybody should do when their case is over, but everybody's scared to do it or they're just happy to be done with their case and they move on with their life. No, I follow up with these people years and years later. I'm letting everybody know what their legacy is. People try to destroy my life with my kid. They will suffer for the rest of their life. Their legacy will suffer. I'm not stopping with my judge, that previous guardian ad litem, the people who testified against me. Anyway, I did a video, and I'm going to send it to the law office that guardian ad litem works at now, so everybody there knows how corrupt she is. That guardian ad litem tried to get me to agree to a domestic violence classes so that I could work on dispute resolution or conflict resolution skills with my daughter's mother. And I said, I'm not taking no DV class. I've never committed DV. I'm not agreeing to something that I didn't do or agreeing to something that makes it even look like I might have done something. I said, I'll take some conflict resolution classes. What are you going to have the mother take? And she said, oh, well, she's been through a lot, especially with the move. As soon as, we settled on me having custody, it took me a month to get the court order in place because I had to take my daughter. She had special medical needs when she was 7 months old. And the guardian ad litem was trying to block the final order from being finalized and trying to disrupt things. Then I found out later through a couple of clients that she would do that. She would set guys up and try and get them to agree to domestic violence. I know a guy who did it. And he was the victim of domestic violence in the relationship. It's crazy what you guys will agree to. See, I followed my conscience. That's why I walked out clean or unscathed. I shouldn't say unscathed. I still have, battle scars from the fight. Didn't see my daughter for 40 days straight when she lived 3 blocks away. But, a lot of you sign off because your attorney says, oh, that's a good deal. Sign that. Or else you run to court and risk them restraining you from your kid and the mom. So I'm not going to surrender to their war of attrition against me and playing hardball against me to get me to surrender to something that I didn't do. Go to court, bitch. Prove it. Most states have a motion to vacate rule. And one of the reasons that you can vacate, you have to look up case law. There's this gay bitch, Sean something, yesterday. He says, oh, my videos don't show everything step by step and this and that. Go find somebody out there who shows step by step and does a tutorial and 2-hour free classes online for every step of the way in family court, you bitch ass hoe. Welfare mentality, diva, feminine dudes. And I think I found that guy online on Facebook. He's got like 5 kids, so he's probably been getting beat down over and over again over multiple babies' moms or something crazy. It's always those guys who feel entitled to somebody, they easily had multiple babies' moms, so they think they should easily get custody or easily get answers. Welfare diva, single mom, raised little gay boys. Before this video, I responded to that guy's stupid comment. And actually his comment, I don't know if you guys know this, but some comments that they have something like somebody cusses you out or something, they'll put it in the hidden comments and then you have to go and approve of it to be seen. I went to approve of it being seen. If I'm a con artist, I'm not going to let people see criticisms of me, right? I let people see criticisms because that kind of stuff proves and shows all the fruity, feminine, simp, and sissies that are out there that I'm saying is the problem. So I leave my critics up there, like this other guy, I forget his first name, but he used to follow me. I've been banned from TikTok like 5 different times. The first page I had like 14,000 followers and got banned. I get up to 2, 3, 5, 7, and then I get banned again because I say something politically incorrect or whatever that TikTok doesn't like. Or somebody snitches on me for practicing law without a license or something stupid when I never held myself out to be an attorney. But I leave that stuff out there. If I'm a con artist, I'm not trying to get criticized, right? I don't care. I'm a truth teller. If you don't like it or you think I'm lying or you don't want to use my services, skedaddle, get on. Keep it moving. Go somewhere else. I don't care. You're probably a pussy who didn't want to fight anyway. I can't work with you. So if somebody's trying to do a protection order against me, I fought off 7 different attempts at anti-harassment orders. The mother lost 7 different times. The more I didn't talk to her, the more her attorney kept trying to say, well, James eventually wants to talk to her. She had her best shot early on, and I destroyed her in 2 different court hearings over the same attempt at an anti-harassment order. But I also got a domestic violence protection order against an ex from a few years ago, and she tried to take me to court and retaliate because I got one against her, and she tried 4 different times, and I shot her out the water. I'm going to post this soon. I show you guys testimonials on TikTok, and they never get watched. I think it's because I have to, edit and upload them in Instagram. So I can't because I got to block out people's phone numbers when they text me for privacy reasons, obviously. But TikTok, it doesn't get shown that much. That's why a lot of this stuff is the people out there complaining, oh, I wish I would have known you before. It's your fault. You guys should be making this stuff go viral. I'm giving information. I'm giving free information you can't get anywhere else. And I still got haters complaining it's not good enough. But you're getting free information you won't get anywhere else. Definitely not from a lot of these attorneys. And when you see testimonies like, I got full custody without an attorney, I fought off with a restraining order. That kind of stuff should go viral. It's some of my least viewed videos. It's insane. I'm going to show a video of a guy who just fought off a protection order. He called me. He did like 4 or 5 consults. He was totally paranoid. I think he was over paranoid. But he has a family law attorney who doesn't do restraining orders. So his family law attorney wouldn't help him in the restraining order hearing. Then he called up another attorney and said, well, I think you're kind of screwed. You should just agree to it. I think that's what they said to him. He went ahead and did it himself, and he just sent me a text saying he won. And the mother had an attorney. He destroyed them in court. It got thrown out for lack of evidence. He picked apart their evidence. So why would you guys give them the edge? They're going to use it against you for the rest of your life or the rest of your court case. Why would you agree to that? Why would you not listen to me and the information I have? Go look up motion to quash or dissolve a protection order. You get an emergency protection order, then there's a return hearing or show cause hearing later on or a full hearing. In between then, why don't you do a motion to quash or a motion to dissolve? Go Google whatever your state is, motion to dissolve or quash protection order. And it's usually Civil Rule 65. Some states have a different rule. I think California it's like CCP, it's in the 500, it's like 525 or something like that. Anyway, get on the offensive. Fight that stuff.